Hi everybody, I'm Carol from Practical Mystic. Thanks for joining me today. This video, I believe, is very important if you are doing any kind of psychic work or working with the tarot or meditation, and it has to do with grounding and centering. And I'm going to be sharing with you what I've learned and the exercises that I practice and why. First, let me tell you a little bit about an experience that I had when I was very young and just learning the tarot. And I remember so clearly what had happened to me. Not that I learned the lesson the first time, but certainly it was the beginning of it getting my attention. Learning the tarot, I think I was around 25 years old, and I was going to visit my aunt in Canada, and she was so excited because I was coming with my tarot cards, and she was inviting a lot of her friends over to get the reading from her niece who was learning the tarot. Now let me step back a little bit because many of you may be new to my channel and didn't know that my grandmother read cards, my mother was in astrology, and of course my aunt, her sister, was in all of the above. So when I was coming to visit, it was like a celebration. And previous to that, I was basically just doing tarot readings for family members and friends. I had not gone publicly yet, I believe. I don't think I went publicly for a couple years after that. So here I am in Canada, and my aunt has maybe 5 people. And of course, being up north, there's a basement. So I go downstairs and I am doing readings for these friends of my aunt, one after another. And all seems to go well. And my aunt, being a social person, and these are her friends, she had everyone stay after to have dessert, coffee, tea, what have you. And I go upstairs and I remember I was vanished. She was serving blueberry pie. And I remember I had 1 piece, 2nd piece, and I was ready to grab my 3rd piece when all of a sudden she said, "Oh my gosh, what happened to you downstairs?" And basically what it was, which is what I'm going to share with you today, is that I used all of my physical, personal energy to do the readings for these 5 wonderful ladies. And it depleted me. And what do we do when we're depleted? Well, we go and get energy. And of course, food is energy. And carbs are the first fast energy boosters of our body. So she immediately knew that I had not been plugged in, as she would call it. So I kind of looked into that. I mean, I always put on my protective white light. I always did my invocation, my prayer of protection, but I did not ground myself or even connect myself. And I'll talk about those things in a few minutes. So as time goes on, I realized that sometimes I would and sometimes I wouldn't get grounded when I did my work. But always if I did some heavy studying or did my meditation work where it lasted more than 40 minutes, I did feel tired. Sometimes there would be a light headache. Sometimes there would be some a little bit of irritation of I didn't have patience for other things around me. So again, going back to what I said earlier, I didn't learn the first time. Okay, I go public now. And I decided to begin by attending a lot of psychic fairs. There is where the second reminder of how important it is to ground, because if you don't ground when you are at a psychic fair and you are doing one person after another, you will be depleted. Now, the other things besides being depleted of energy is you find that towards the end of the day or towards the last people who you're seeing, the readings aren't possibly as good as they could be because you're zapped out. You've had it. So I learned that at a very early part in my journey in the tarot and decided to understand what it is to ground, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So the first thing that I do, in fact, many of you who have listened to my videos where I do small tarot readings on the videos may hear me say that I am going to get myself centered. That is very important, and possibly a way of just doing a very quick energy connection than doing the whole grounding process, which you may not be able to do all the time when you're receiving clients one after another. But you can do the connection of getting centered, which also brings energy. And what is that? Okay. Connection, when I say I'm getting connected, of course, the importance of breath work. It's when I take a deep breath in. And when we talk about breathing, for those of you who are just starting, we're not talking about taking a deep breath and seeing our shoulders raise up and we go, that is not it. That is the upper part of our lungs, that's shallow breathing. What we're talking about when we're saying taking a deep cleansing breath is when we take in air through our nose and we see our abdomen pushing out because we are filling in the bottom of our lungs. So it's a process of holding it in for the count of 3, and our belly should be a little bit extended and pushing it out. And as we're pushing out that breath of air, our stomach now is being contracted back in. And we do that 3 times very slowly. And that is taking a cleansing breath. So when I say I am getting connected and getting centered, I'm doing that breathing exercise as well as visualizing mentally, because my eyes are closed, that I am now breathing in this beautiful golden light and going into my heart chakra. Now, why the heart chakra? Well, in Chinese medicine, it is called the center of our being. And of course, in traditional chakra work, if you look at the heart chakra, the 4th chakra, there are 3 chakras below it, and there are 3 chakras above it. And the heart chakra is known as our higher mind, or our higher purpose, or our soul essence. So connecting with that center, I feel like I've connected basically with the upper and lower chakras as I'm breathing in this air and circulating it around me. As well as at that point, very quickly, is I put a grounding cord into Mother Earth. Now, what is that? Okay. You close your eyes, and while you're doing your 3 deep breaths, you've realized that you've now taken 1 breath and connected with your heart chakra. You now are going to visualize what is considered the root chakra, the 1st chakra, or the base of your spine, and breathe in 3 deep breaths, and then visualize a golden cord going down from your 1st chakra into the floor wherever you are. So get real good at this. So if you are on a hardwood floor, you're visualizing in your mind's eye that you're going through the floor. You're going to be hitting probably a slab of concrete, and then Mother Earth, and go penetrating deeper and deeper into the earth, and realizing that any obstacles that you may reach or confront, you're going to go right through that and go as deep as you can. And feel like you've then been connected to the core or the center of the earth. Take a few minutes, take another cleansing breath, and then in your next inhalation, bring up the energy from the earth, follow it up through that golden cord into your base or your first chakra, and then up through your legs, your thighs, your abdomen, your chest, your heart, your shoulders, your neck, your ears, all through the top of your head, and then you see it radiating around you. Now that's going to center you, and that's going to take you where you're not using your energy, but you are now connected heart with Mother Earth and connected to the center, and you are using the earth energy and not your energy. Now grounding goes a little bit deeper. You start off by doing your cleansing breaths. You visualize this golden energy coming in through your body, and now you're going to bring it down through your chest, your stomach, your abdomen, your thighs, your legs, and then feel at the sole of your feet. And if all possible, if you can do readings without shoes on, that's excellent. And then through the soles of your feet, you're going to visualize that you are now growing some roots, tree roots, where nourishment, where everything comes through, where the energy for trees and plants all come through, roots systems. And you're going to visualize it again, whatever that floor is. Maybe it's carpeting this time. So you're going to visualize going through the carpet padding, going through, maybe if you're from up north, you're going to be going through some wood and down a basement. If you're from here in the south, there is no basement, so you're going to hit concrete and then your dirt. And go deep. Those roots are now on both the right and your left side, the right foot and the left foot. These roots are extending outward deep into Mother Earth. And you're going to feel solid. And you're going to feel connected. And this is where you're getting your strength and your power. And when you then breathe in, you breathe all of that energy up through your body and out through the top of your head. Now here's where it's different a little bit when we're doing the grounding. We also want Father Sky. So we get, again, a cleansing breath, and this time you're going to visualize a beautiful golden ball or a beautiful white light about 10 to 18 inches above your head. Take another cleansing breath. Visualize that golden radiant or white light. And then when you exhale, you are bringing down that energy through the top of your head, down through in through your eyes, your mouth, your neck, your shoulders, through your heart, down into your abdomen, your stomach, your thighs, your legs, and out the bottom of your feet. So that when you inhale, you take in Mother Earth. When you exhale, you take in Father Sky. And a nice way to blend what we can also consider the positive and the negative, the male and the female energy, which we are all made of, is to rotate them and twist them around your heart chakra, almost like a crisscross there, so that when you hit your heart chakra, you crisscross one of the energies to the other one, and they circle around but meet again. So they can start from the bottom of the heart chakra and work up through the top and have those two energies crisscross and then out and in. And that is grounding yourself, so important. And I guarantee you, you will not be as tired as if you didn't do these exercises, because you're not dissipating your energy out of you, which is really counterproductive, as well as you're going to reach for foods that may not be as nutrition and as helpful for you. And the other things that I found doing these exercises is it really, you're connecting with, let's just say, the universal mind, with all energy. Everything is energy in this world. It's either dense energy or light energy, and we use that energy to help us and help others, especially when we are doing tarot readings. Now, for those of you who may want to expound on this and understand energy a little more, there is a book that I bought back in 2011. It is The Path of Energy by Synthia Andrews, MD. I recommend that if you're looking for working with energy. Let me put the light on here because I can hardly read it. It is Awakening Your Personal Power and Expanding Your Consciousness. Excellent book if you're wanting to learn a little bit more on the path of energy into your body. Now, those of you who also want to maybe learn more about the energy anatomy and the chakras, when I was doing radio work, again, sharing with you the experience of when I really started grounding myself, and I could, prior to going on the air, I could do the whole grounding experience before I would go live. And I found that doing my radio work expanded and had greater meaning and greater insight for those who called in and for those who I interviewed on the radio. Again, having to do with using our power and our strength from the universe and Mother Earth. One person that I interviewed was Barbara Gray, and her first book was Energy Management, How to Increase Your Positive Energy Levels. This was her first book. It was written in 1999. I interviewed her and I really enjoyed what she shared and the information that she gave in this first book of hers. And then she went on to write Secrets of Energy, Unlocking the Creative Power of Your Physical, Mental, Emotional, and Spiritual Energies. This was done in 2004, I believe. Excellent. Let me read some of the captions that she talks about. Tune into the wisdom of the universal mind. Open yourself up to receive guidance and answers to all of your questions. Direct your own future by visualizing and manifesting what you want. Heal your body by releasing block energy. She just reminded me of something. While we are doing your grounding work, while you are working with energy, realize that number one, you're plugged in. And because you are using the golden light or the white light, you are dissipating any blockages that you have incurred in your waking state, and you are releasing it into Mother Earth where it is now neutralized. Mother Earth neutralizes all energy. And the other thing that these exercises do for you is remember that when you are doing a tarot reading one-on-one with someone next to you, they're sending out energy as well. Of course, you have your golden light, but you are also dissipating and neutralizing any energies or fears or what they bring to the table. So there's so many aspects of understanding how to be a clear channel, how to be a better channel, to use the earth energy and Father Sky energy and not your energy, and find how this is your power source to better self-awareness, better meditations, and better psychic work, whether that's healing, divination, self-awareness. the best way to do what I have found is understanding grounding work and getting centered. I welcome your questions, everybody. Thanks for listening to me today. Hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. Till then, we'll meet again. Bye for now.